Did you know that connecting ourselves to a false leader or a false teacher causes actual spiritual blindness and makes us removed from the knowledge of Christ? I want to prove this to you scripturally. So I am in the book of 2 Peter chapter 1. Peter is actually warning the church because he is concerned that they may become infected by false teachers, by their lifestyle and by their teaching. So I want to start in verse 4, and he's referencing Jesus' power. He says, "For by these he has granted to us his precious and magnificent promises, in order that by them you might become partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world by lust." Remember with me, lust can mean lust for power, it can mean lust for control, it can mean lust to dominate a country, it could be a lust for power so great that you're willing to lie about a rigged and stolen election and cause people to commit violence on your behalf so that you can remain in power. So this word lust for corruption, it has a lot of meaning and connotation here. It says in verse 5, "Now for this very reason also, applying all diligence in your faith, supply moral excellence. And in your moral excellence, knowledge. And in your knowledge, self-control. And in your self-control, perseverance. And in your perseverance, godliness. And in your godliness, brotherly kindness. And in your brotherly kindness, love. For if these qualities are yours and are increasing, they render you neither useless nor unfruitful in the true knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ." He's saying these qualities, your love, your brotherly kindness, your compassion, your empathy should be growing. It shouldn't be decreasing. It should be growing. Otherwise, you may be rendered useless and unfruitful in your true knowledge of our Lord Jesus Christ. Verse 9, "For he who lacks these qualities is blind or short-sighted, having forgotten his purification from his former sins." So what this verse is saying is that the person who's regressing in knowledge of Christ, who is now participating in the corrupt nature, in this lustful nature that's being represented here by this false leader, because this is a warning. They're going backwards in their faith, and they are losing their knowledge of Jesus. They've forgotten who purified them from their past and former sins. And so we must be diligent to make our calling and election sure, that we would be growing in love, growing in brotherly kindness, not connecting ourselves to false leaders.